Hey YouTubers, welcome to Keto with Kristie. And what we're going to do today is we're going to make chicken and mushrooms. Super easy, super yummy dish. And so I just had a small pack of chicken breasts. You'll see? Right there. Threw it in the crock pot. And I'm right in the middle of brushing off my mushrooms. Like this. You just want to, do not wash your mushrooms. You just want to slightly rub them and knock off the dirt, okay? The reason you don't want to wash your mushrooms is because they're like little sponges. And if you wash them, they're going to completely absorb a ton of water that you don't really need. So don't wash them. Just kind of brush them off. Sometimes you can find like a little dish brush or something like that. Make sure it's clean. And throw them in there. I like to throw them in there whole sometimes. There's a lot of times I'll cook or chop them up, dice them up. But my kids are really funny about mushrooms, and I've really kind of been beating a dead horse lately with the mushrooms. So I'm going to make them big enough for them to cut out. So, all right, here we go. We're going to throw all these in here. Make sure we get all this this poo fertilizer off of here. It's not really going to kill you, but it's not good to eat, so we're just going to... Oh, goodness. Try to figure out a way to mount you over here. There we go. All right. So, again, we're going to do... I'm going to do this whole pack of mushrooms. So mushrooms are a really good source of fiber. They're low in carbs, super low in carbs, but they're really good fiber and high in vitamin D. So let's see, I was going to see if they put the nutritional content, but of course they don't. But if you're doing your carb tracker, you can just put in for however many mushrooms you ate, like whole mushrooms. So I say go with the mushrooms. All right, so we have mushrooms, mushrooms, more mushrooms. Don't wash them. Don't do it. Just don't do it. I see chefs all the time, and not really chefs, but like, you know, home cooks. They wash their mushrooms. I'm like, do you not realize you're adding so much water to your dish? You just don't need it. They have so much water already, and what a mushroom is really good for is to absorb flavors because they are like little sponges. So mushrooms, they're like tofu. Whatever flavors you put them with, they're going to absorb. You put garlic in there, you put butter in there, whatever it is, they're going to absorb it. They're going to taste just like that, but be, you know, kind of spongy and yummy. All right, so we got that. We've turned our crock pot on. We're going to do low for 8 hours. It's about 1 o'clock, so this is a good time. We're probably going to pull it a little bit early. So what we're going to do next is I'm going to make kind of a quick little sauce to go on the going with the mushrooms and the chicken. Okay. Now, it's important that we're going to put you up here. So you can kind of see what's going on there. What's really important, you'll get to see my dirty kitchen. That's what's really important. All right. So it's important, let me wipe this out. Don't ever wash your cast iron either, people. Give me a heart attack when you do that shit. So you want to make, whenever you're going to have like a cream-based sauce, that's going to be bacon, bacon grease. Cream-based sauces need to be extra watery when they're going to be in the crock pot for a while so that they don't scorch and burn, because they'll end up just reducing and reducing and reducing because the crock pot is a slow cooking situation. You don't want them to reduce too far. So you want to have extra liquid, that's water, to burn off so that you're not burning off that good cream, right? So to start with our cream base, we're going to do lots of garlic, yummy garlic, and thing of cream cheese, and pretty much some keto basics here. So butter, cream cheese, we're gonna throw a little bit of milk in there, some garlic. Basically, we're gonna make like an Alfredo sauce, but we're gonna make it a little bit more towards like almost like a cream of mushroom, like a homemade cream of mushroom. So low heat. And then let's go ahead and put our butter in. And this looks to be about 2 tablespoons of butter. Put all this jazz up. Everybody had the sniffles this morning, so everybody got medicine. All right, here we go. All right. Y'all, I have to apologize. My kitchen is so dirty. I just don't even know why it's so dirty. Okay. And a good whisk. We're going to melt that butter. All right. Well, that's melting. Now, as far as cream cheese goes, I hate to say it, I love Philadelphia, but we use so much cream cheese in the keto diet that any old cream cheese will do, really and truly. Just check your labels, go for the one with the least sugar and no fillers. You don't want cornstarch, potato starch, any of that jazz. Okay? All right. So there we go. Now, fight off the urge to put onions in this, because I know most people would be like, oh man, some grilled sauteed onions would be really good for that sauce. Can't do it. You guys can't. You'll have to remember, on keto, onions, while are delicious and are definitely a vegetable, are definitely high in carbohydrates because they have a natural sugar. Obviously, caramelized onions. I mean, my God, you can make jam out of onions without using sugar. So that should tell you right there. Anything that you can make jam out of, tomatoes, onions, those are all things you can make jam out of. And basically, why is my camera out of focus all of a sudden? Basically not even adding any sugar. So that's important. All right. I just make sure my camera's clean because I'm really out of focus. That's weird. Maybe I'm just too far away. Oh, that's sad. Because then if I'm that far away, then, okay. Well, let's move you down here. See if this works any better. Is that better? A little bit? Okay. All right. That'll work. You guys are sort of in focus. All right, so we're getting our butter to melt. Make sure you're on low heat. You want to scorch, we're not browning the butter. We don't want to scorch anything. All right, take your whole package of cream cheese. All right. Come on. And I like to go in these little rubber spatula dealies and just kind of scrape off all that goodness to go in there too. Because, I mean, why waste it, you know? Now, kind of break them up a little bit. Because cream cheese, it will fight with you. Like, no lie. It will fight with you. It does not want to melt. But don't believe it for a minute, because it will melt. And it will melt very nicely. And cream cheese, even before I started keto, it was one of my go-tos, like my absolute go-tos. I added cream cheese to everything for like just a little bit of richness, you know? It just added that just oomph. And it gives it a little tang. So it just kind of seemed to enhance everything I cooked. And I learned that from somebody long time ago. They would add it to spaghetti sauce, and it just made it amazing. It was just the right amount of tang and just like a little bit of cream, like instead of adding heavy whipping cream, which that's something else that I used to, and I still do, add a lot. Okay, so this is going to, let me show you what this is looking like. All right, come over here. Okay, do you see it's still kind of separated a little bit? So we're going to fight with that cream cheese and get it. So we're like, you know what? You are going to melt, whether you like it or not. And you're going to love that butter, and you're going to get in there, and y'all are going to mingle, and y'all are going to make delicious, creamy babies. So, there you go. Why? Because I said so. Oh, I wonder if I could put you over here. That way you can see a little bit better, you think? All right. Now, this is going to be the tricky part. Just, again, make sure you're not scorching anybody. Get it all kind of mixed up a little bit. Ooh, look at that. Okay. Okay, ready? Now, I'm going to do something a little odd. So we're going to add about like, I guess it's about 1.5 cups of milk. I am terrible at trying to like measure and keep track of my measurements. So that's why I started doing the video recipes, because I'm just bad. I'm bad. I've never been a measuring person at all. I need my towel. Never, ever been. So what we're going to do is, this is going to be like, almost like a stroganoff sauce. And so we got the milk, we got the cream cheese, we got the butter, and if you like shallots, I would throw them in there too. I think they would do a really good, really good addition. So, we're coming together here. Can you see? Are you seeing? We're coming together. Now, if you guys like, you know, Alfredo, and you want to do an Alfredo sauce, which this is kind of your base for your Alfredo sauce, your homemade Alfredo sauce. So you can see we're getting creamier. Creamy. All right. Now, here comes the fun part. You ready? We're going to get wild and crazy up in here. So I'm going to add a little bit more milk. Always go for whole fat milk. Ugh. And I want a bunch of garlic. I mean, like, assload of garlic up in there. So, that's a good knob of garlic there. All right. All right, be right back, and I'm going to show you what we're going to do next. All right, so everybody knows we're having chicken, right? And chicken's great and all, but I want a really like beefy, meaty flavor to go with my mushrooms. I want to pull out my mushrooms. Like, make them amazing. Star of the show. So we're going to get some hot water. Haven't lost you guys. Alright, here we go. Hot water. And I have hot water. So remember we were talking earlier about making sure that you had, like, you know, extra water or liquid to burn off. So, throw my mess away. So that's all fine. But what we're going to do here, sink shot. Made it. Ooh, don't you burn on me. Don't you do it. Don't you do it. All right. Make sure it does not burn. And do not add your garlic until you got your cream in and your cream is going, because that garlic, when it starts burning and it's ready before the rest of your stuff is ready, before your cream's incorporated and everything else, it'll start burning, and burnt garlic turns bitter. So yeah, you don't want that. So here we go. So what we're gonna do now is we are gonna add, I love this stuff, roasted beef better than bouillon. And we're gonna put about 2 teaspoons in here. Yeah. All right. So this stuff would give like an extra beefy flavor. You don't want to just throw water in there, because if you throw water in there, yes, it's going to burn off. It's going to do what you want it to do. But, I mean, why skip a chance to add extra flavor? Because food is about flavor, right? Well, I get it. It's also about sustenance and survival and feeding your body. But if we're going to have to do all that jazz anyway, it needs to taste good. So, we've got this going. And I've got about 4 cups of water with the bouillon that I'm going to add into here. And we're going to incorporate it like half at a time, okay? Half at a time. Now, we're going to salt and pepper, but you got to remember the bouillon has salt in it, okay? It's kind of like adding chicken broth to something. You got to be really careful about over salting, because you got to remember what there's already salt in, okay? You don't want everybody to be like, wow, this is really salty. Okay. So I feel like that is really good. I'm going to add a little bit more. And again, remember, this is going to cook all day. Like, it's going to cook off. You just don't want chunks in there. Nobody likes their curdled cheese situation. All right, now, let's zhuzh it up a little bit here. Okie dokie. We want to add, gotta be really careful with the spices on this one, guys. Okay, so yeah, a little bit of ranch. You've got to watch the ranch, because it does have a 1/4 teaspoon per 1 carb per 1/4 teaspoon. But I think honestly it's from the potato starch that they use in the anti-caking. But I love the way ranch, you just need to add a little bit. And it kind of has a zing to it, and just the right amount of herbs. All right, so we got that going. And then, let's see. This stuff is really good. I don't think I'm going to put that in today, though. So it's Parmesan dill is what it is. It's really good. This one would work nicely, though. This is a garlic and peppercorn. So put that in there. Give us a little bit more garlic, layers of garlic there. And then we need our Himalayan pink sea salt. Hello. Every keto household needs that. People say all the time, they're like, why Himalayan pink sea salt? Because it apparently has a higher mineral content, and I was schooled on that, so I had no idea. I thought, I can't taste the difference in pink sea salt, so I sure as hell am not going to pay for the difference in pink sea salt. I always use sea salt, like, I've always used sea salt. but over table salt. But apparently the pink Himalayan sea salt has higher mineral content. So there you go. All right, so we have that, and then we have, hold on. Oh, I need my pepper grater. Just here. Oh, it's over here. No worries, y'all. I found it. Don't everybody freak out at once. Made chicken salad earlier because I was craving chicken salad. All right, those of you who don't like black pepper, I'm not a huge fan of black pepper, but it does add it adds that little bit of something. It really just does. So this, as you can see, it's still pretty runny, but it's got some thickness to it. It's got some body. She's got some body. All right, so I'm gonna add just a little bit more of this, because again, it's gonna cook all day. And you also have to remember that the chicken is gonna give off a little bit of water too. So let's just watch out for that. But this is gonna be good. All right. Now, I'm gonna turn you guys around. Actually, I'm gonna move you, okay? Here we go. Sorry, I hope I don't make you seasick. So, there we go. Right where we should be. Okay. So we're gonna take this and we're gonna pour it right into our crock pot. We're gonna let this bad boy cook all day long. So, I always cook with cast iron. Try to, unless it's like some eggs or something in the morning. I love my cast iron skillet. All right, so we're gonna put the top on that one. She's gonna cook and we'll be back.